So these 5 steps are really important. A lot of crews are actually going to this. Their best work practices are changing over to the 5 steps. OSHA 1910.269. Typically there, it says to use your tester, whoever you use your tester and verify an absence of system voltage, your nominal voltage. All right? So we're going to talk about that. This is really good, the 5 steps. And a lot of utilities and contractors are bringing this into their work practices, their work methods. And we just had a huge utility in Texas very recently that took all their stuff out after this training, and they implemented this for one and some other things. They implemented this into their best work practices because guess what? The training that we shared with them, the line worker safety tool competence, challenged the status quo. Things that they were doing for decades after decades, that training challenged their status quo, and they allowed it to challenge them, and they made changes. So that is so amazing. And it's a beautiful thing to actually do this, and then years later you hear, or even months later, that changes were made, that they're starting to inspect their TPGs, they're starting to electrically test their TPGs. They never used to before. Now they are, because we came by and gave them some training. And that feels good. That's a good thing. So tens of thousands of linemen, I mean statewide, a lot of statewides have made changes. So tens of thousands of linemen are safer today than they were 9 years ago. And that's awesome, okay? So we're going to talk about this. Test, open, test the tester, ground, 5 steps. So in the 1910.269, lowercase n, they talk about how you're using your tester to test for potential. The lines, it's open, test, ground. That's typically how we work this. Open, test, ground. But hey, we got to test our tester on a live known voltage source. Whoa. So if we got to test our tester on a live known voltage source, hey, whoa, Johnny, we are not going to open that switch. Nope, we're not going to open it. We're going to leave it closed, and we're going to use our tester, and we're going to test it, make sure the tester's working on a live known voltage source. There you go. That's so important. Well, so that's test. But we'll also, there's a couple things here. 3 things. So we test on a live known voltage source. 2, you're going to verify that your tester is calibrated. Oh, wow. So you can do that at the same time. As long as you're using it properly and your body's in a good position, you can verify that your tool's pretty accurate on that X, on that system voltage that you expect or you know that's there. So if your tool is accurate for 20 years, how many times should you calibrate your tool? We recommend once a year. As a manufacturer, we got to say something, right? We have to. But if I'm testing my tester and that thing for 20 years is accurate, I know that it's calibrated for 20 years. So that's the second thing. The third thing, and to me, this is the most important thing. Remember we talked about building a house of safety. This is the most important thing to me, is that when I'm out there with my pole buddy, we'll just call him Johnny. For whatever reason, that name kind of stuck for today. So Johnny's out with me, and when we go hot, what we're going to do is that first thing, test, right there, is we're going to test each other. What do you mean? I'm going to ask Johnny if he's got my back here, because we're going to get down to some nitty-gritty on this job site. This is after the tailboard, right? So we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Do you have my back, Johnny? And Johnny's going to give me a verbal. I don't want no head shake. I don't want no nod in the yes configuration. It's not what I'm looking for. I want to hear words. Yes, I got your back. I want to hear words, because that right there is a covenant. That's an agreement. That's a covenant. When you speak words, they're powerful. So I want to hear some words. And then Johnny's going to ask me the same question. He's going to ask me if I got his back. And I'm going to give him words. Absolute. I don't even like Johnny. Okay? I don't like his grooming. I don't like how he doesn't shower as often as maybe he should. And he doesn't like me either. I got all these tats and he doesn't like tats for whatever reason. So we're not too friendly with each other. But guess what? When we're a line team, we're out in the field, every team is in it to win it. And you might have some people on your line team that you don't appreciate so much, but you're still in it to win it. And when you're in a line team, you're going to perform at the best of your capabilities to be your brother's keeper, and he's going to do the same to you. Okay? And that's just how it is. So yeah, I got his back, and he's got my back. So that's why we test, and we do it for those 3 reasons.